Hey, we're back. The number 16 team in this countdown is the Denver Nuggets. We're going to go ahead and jump right into their summer transaction. They acquired J.J. Hickson, Randy Foye, Nate Robinson, Darrell Arthur, or Darrell Arthur, whatever your mother called you, and Brian Shaw is the head coach. New head coach, first time head coach. They lost Andre Iguodala, Corey Brewer, and Kofus Kustis. Bless me. They drafted no one. When I look at this, I think this team is taking a step back. I think that's the best thing I can say.
They stepping the jumping.
And more.
Well, when you look at the transaction, the key one there is Brian Shaw, who I think his task is to try to take a up and down, fast-paced offense and defense and make them better in the half court. Whether or not he can do that or not, I don't know. I'm just glad Brian Shaw gets getting a shot.
Agreed, me too.
I think one of the reasons why they picked Nate Robinson, they were looking for that spark. He got this way when he get off the bench, where he's kind of amped. I think
Got
that's
that
one of the
dog.
main reasons. I think that's why the main reason why they got him. Yeah.
I'm like Mike. I think their biggest offseason acquisition was the coach. They fired Carr for a reason. They headed in a new direction. They're gonna let Brian Shaw build his team from the way he want to run it. So,
All right. Sorry about that, George Carl. Anyway, what is he doing? Is he working with ESPN?
He's relaxing right now.
yeah,
No. He need to put some more meat into his skin.
council though.
The rotation.
Not touching that.
JaVale McGee is the starting center. Kenneth Faried is the starting power forward. Danilo Gallinari. I like him. I don't know how to say his name. But that's not why I like him. I like him anyway. Randy Foye is the starting shooting guard. And Ty Lawson is the starting point guard. Rest of the rotation consists of Andre Miller, Wilson Chandler, what have you been? J.J. Hickson, Darrell Arthur, Evan Fournier, and Nate Robinson. When I look at this rotation, I know they really like Fournier, so I was a little surprised to see Randy Foye getting that start, but, I don't know. Maybe he's, not a Shaw guy. I don't know. Or maybe he's learning the Shaw way. And I was surprised that Wilson Chandler's not getting the opportunity to start somewhere in there. But
I think he is going to get his time because we got to remember Danilo Gallinari is hurt,
Yeah,
so he's definitely going to rotate in there. My thing with that rotation is how's your rotation going to work with your big men? JaVale McGee is a head case. Let's be honest, extremely talented. I'm not even going to say talented, extremely athletic, but he can't put it together.
that's beautiful.
So how did?
Oh, Pam.
Yes, he does have a mother.
Hey, she played in the WNBA, but that's another day.
And I'm a mother lover.
But, they got to figure out how to put it together. I think J.J. Hickson works in here real good because he's good in the half court. But
Yeah.
I just want to know how they're going to rotate Faried, McGee, J.J. Hickson. Everybody else is irrelevant in the front court.
Okay, well, I know one thing last year with Ty Lawson, he led the team in scoring and assists, and that's going to continue. They will get the best out of JaVale McGee if he stick with his plan, and that's play ball without his medicine. That's what he's been doing, and I'm not joking. He said it for himself. That's when he's at his best. And Nate, like I said, Nate Robinson will come off that bench, and he will bring that spark. He probably don't, you know how Nate Robinson do.
My only problem with the rotation is the center position. I would give it to J.J. Hickson over JaVale McGee, even though McGee is 7 feet. I think J.J. Hickson has a better skill set and a better offensive game than JaVale McGee.
All right. Player of interest.
Kenneth Faried, I like this guy, and I think everybody in the league likes this guy. But likes doesn't get you wins. And if anybody was to tell me that Kenneth Faried is instrumental in this team winning a game, is a bold-faced liar. And I need for him to up his game. And I see something. I see he cares enough to possibly up his game. So I like to see him get a mid-range shot, and I like to see him use his athleticism to benefit the half-court offense. Otherwise, I'm just gonna start to get tired of him.
Well, you know, rumor is he's been it's causing a little bit of an uproar in the locker room and front office.
Really?
I heard that too.
Really?
He's not hiding from the media either.
Wow.
He's out there right now.
My personal injury probably gonna be running for it. He can hold down that 2 guard position and be a consistent shooter on a daily basis. I think it'll help that team a whole lot.
Don't hold your breath.
Mine is, yeah, I got you.
I said I think.
He said thing, but I got Gallinari. The reason why I pick him is because now,
Gallinari.
I want to meet
what's his name? Andre Iguodala is gone. So now it puts it back where he's gonna have to step up as far as trying to score, so he can get some points up. Like he said, maybe with Brandon Ford, but like he said, don't hold your breath. So yeah, mine's Gallinari for them reasons. He's gonna be there to score.
My personal interest is actually the head coach, Brian Shaw. I'm really intrigued to see, will he be able to coach this team into a half-court team, get them away from that run and gun offense that always gets them put out of the first round. And I think he has a tall challenge on his hands because of the simple fact Fareed doesn't play good with his back to the basket. Or he does, matter of fact, they have no one on this team that plays good with their back to the basket. Maybe J.J. Hickson, but will you sit Fareed for J.J. Hickson? These are the type of things that that he would have to ask himself as a head coach. If he's going to bring this triangle offense to this team. All right, so final thoughts.
My thoughts is that the Nuggets have to listen to Brian Shaw. I know he's inexperienced as a head coach, but he was the right-hand man to arguably one of the better coaches that we've seen in our time. So the more y'all listen to him, we can eventually see if the pieces he needs is on this team. But if we're going to start to have riffs and I want to do run and gun, who I think Ty Lawson might get a little caught back up in his little run and gun play, this team's going to struggle.
Just to piggyback off what you just said, you are absolutely right, Ty Law. I do think Brian Shaw is the coach that Ty Law needs. And I think Brian Shaw could be the coach that actually teach Ty Law how to actually play point guard. You can't always run a gun, and that's his style. As he get older, he's going to get slower. So I think this would be the best opportunity for him to actually learn how to slow down the game.
I think this team, they take kind of a step back, but a step forward. And I'm trying to say that they still had the same pieces, and like y'all said, they had the right coach. But if they put it all together, I think they'll do better than they did last year. They won't even miss Iguodala.
My final thoughts are, I'm not the biggest Andre Iguodala fan, but I know what he did for this team, and I know how much he meant to this team, and it's up to Brian Shaw and someone on this team. It's up to Shaw to find somebody to replace what Iguodala did, and it's up to a player on this team to step up and do some of the things that Iguodala did for this team. They do that, they have a chance. If they don't, I think this team can be as bad enough to be in the Wiggins sweepstakes if they don't figure it out.
Wow,
This is my final thoughts.
that's a shocker.
Now, we just left the place with thin air. We're going somewhere where the air is very cold. Stick around and we'll let you know where that's at.
Or